We rarely pause to consider what happens after we flush the toilet or watch water swirl down the drain. It's a simple action, so routine that it barely registers in our minds, yet it marks the beginning of an extraordinary process happening out of sight. Before the advent of modern sewers, cities were plagued by filth and disease. Waste was tossed directly into the streets, and open gutters overflowed, filling entire neighborhoods with unbearable stench. Outbreaks of deadly illnesses like cholera and typhoid were common, and life expectancy was much lower. The invention of underground sewer systems revolutionized urban life. Suddenly, cities became cleaner, safer, and far more livable. These networks allowed populations to grow and thrive, transforming the way we live together. These hidden networks are the unsung heroes of civilization, quietly working beneath our feet to protect our health and well-being every single day. When you flush, your waste doesn't just disappear. Instead, it embarks on a complex journey through a maze of pipes, pumps, and treatment plants, all managed by skilled workers and ingenious engineering. Every step is carefully designed to keep our environment clean and our communities safe. Remember the Great Stink of London in 1858? The city was brought to a standstill by the overwhelming smell of untreated sewage in the Thames. This crisis forced leaders to act, leading to the creation of a massive sewer system that still serves millions of people today. Building these tunnels was grueling, dangerous work. Workers toiled deep underground, often in hazardous conditions, but their efforts proved that managing waste is about survival, not just convenience. Their legacy lives on in the infrastructure we depend on. Today, we rarely notice the vast network of pipes, pumps, and treatment plants working tirelessly beneath our feet. Yet, without them, modern life as we know it would be impossible. This is more than a story about plumbing. It's a testament to human ingenuity, determination, and the ongoing fight to keep our world clean and healthy for everyone. So let's pull back the manhole cover and take a closer look at the incredible underground world that keeps our cities running smoothly, day and night. We'll follow the journey from your bathroom to the river, exploring every twist and turn, and discover why sewers are truly one of humanity's greatest and most underappreciated inventions. It's time to give credit to the grimy, glorious world of sewers, and to the people and ideas that keep our cities clean, healthy, and thriving. Every flush, every drain, starts a journey. Wastewater enters your home's hidden network of pipes, all designed to move waste out quickly and efficiently. The P-trap under your sink holds water, blocking dangerous sewer gases from entering your home. A simple, brilliant invention. Every drain in your house connects to a single, larger pipe, the main drain line or soil stack. This pipe collects all wastewater and sends it downward, gathering flow from every floor. The vent stack, running up through your roof, lets air in so water flows smoothly and keeps those P-traps sealed. Without it, your home would fill with foul odors and dangerous gases. As wastewater leaves your house, the vent stack ensures the system breathes and everything moves safely out. It's a hidden system, but it's the first line of defense in modern sanitation. Next, your waste leaves home and enters the city's vast network. Your home's main drain exits underground through a private sewer lateral, the pipe you own and must maintain. This pipe slopes gently, using gravity to move waste toward the city's sewer main. Too flat, and clogs form, too steep, and solids get left behind. Getting the angle right is crucial. The lateral connects to the city's much larger sewer main under the street, where your waste joins that of your neighbors. Think of your lateral as a driveway and the sewer main as the neighborhood road. At the tap, your private waste becomes a public responsibility. These mains collect flow from dozens of homes, all sloping downhill, growing larger as they merge. It's a silent, ever-expanding network, starting at your drain, and joining a citywide river of waste. Now, let's follow that river deeper underground. Wastewater from your neighborhood flows into city sewer mains, then into massive trunk lines, underground rivers moving waste toward treatment plants. Gravity does most of the work thanks to careful city planning and pipe design. In an ideal system, water flows from the highest point to the plant without a single pump. But cities aren't flat. When gravity isn't enough, lift stations pump sewage uphill so it can keep flowing down. These stations are vital in hilly or low-lying areas. The journey can take hours or days. With wastewater churning through a dark, turbulent underworld, maintenance crews brave these tunnels to clear blockages and keep everything moving. It's dangerous, dirty work, but without them, the system would fail, and the consequences would quickly surface. The river of refuse never stops, and neither do the people who keep it flowing. Next, let's see how cities handle rain and waste separately. Most cities have two separate underground systems, sanitary sewers and storm sewers. These networks are hidden beneath our feet, quietly working to keep our communities clean and safe every day. The sanitary sewer carries wastewater from homes and businesses, full of human waste, soap, and chemicals, to treatment plants for cleaning. Every time you flush a toilet, take a shower, or wash dishes, that water travels through a maze of pipes, eventually reaching a facility designed to remove harmful substances before releasing the water back into the environment. The storm sewer, on the other hand, handles rainwater and snowmelt, channeling it from street drains directly to rivers or lakes, usually without treatment. Its job is to prevent flooding by quickly moving excess water away from streets and neighborhoods. Mixing these two streams would overwhelm treatment plants and pollute waterways. If stormwater and sewage combined, especially during heavy rains, the sheer volume could cause untreated waste to spill into rivers and lakes, harming wildlife and threatening public health. That's why you see no dumping drains to river signs on storm drains. Anything poured there goes straight to nature. These warnings remind us that storm drains are not trash cans. They're direct pipelines to our waterways. Unfortunately, people often dump oil, paint, or trash into storm drains, sending pollution directly into the environment. Even small amounts of chemicals or litter can have a big impact, poisoning fish, birds, and plants downstream. In older cities, combined sewers handle both waste and rainwater, but heavy storms can overwhelm the system, causing raw sewage to spill into rivers, a disaster called a combined sewer overflow. These events can close beaches, kill aquatic life, and make water unsafe for recreation. Keeping these systems separate is crucial for public health and the environment. It helps ensure our rivers stay clean, our parks remain safe, and our cities are protected from dangerous floods and pollution. Next, let's see what happens when all that wastewater finally reaches the treatment plant. This is where science and engineering come together to clean our water before it returns to nature. Two systems, one goal: protect our water and our cities. By understanding how they work, we can all do our part to keep our communities healthy. The journey continues at the plant, where the real magic of water treatment begins. Let's go inside and discover how our wastewater is transformed back into clean, safe water for the world outside. After miles underground, wastewater arrives at the treatment plant, a sprawling facility dedicated to cleaning millions of gallons every day. The goal: turn raw sewage into water safe enough to return to nature. Treatment happens in three main stages: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Each stage removes more pollutants using physics, biology, and chemistry. Operators monitor the process around the clock, ensuring everything runs smoothly. The first step is to remove the biggest debris. Let's see how that works. The scale is staggering, but the mission is simple: protect public health and the environment. Let's start with primary treatment. Primary treatment begins with bar screens, giant metal rakes that catch rags, wipes, and debris, sending them to the landfill. Next, the water slows in grit chambers, letting sand, gravel, and coffee grounds settle out. Removing this grit protects pumps and equipment from damage. Then, the water enters huge clarifier tanks, where solids sink to form sludge and grease floats to the top as scum. Mechanical arms scrape sludge to the center, while skimmers remove scum from the surface. After a few hours inside, about half the solids are gone, but the water is still far from clean. The heavy lifting is done, but microscopic pollutants remain. Now, it's time for biology to take over. The next stage uses living organisms to clean the water further. Let's see how good bugs battle the bad stuff. 11. Secondary treatment is all about biology, using helpful microbes to eat the dissolved waste left after primary treatment. Wastewater enters aeration tanks, where air is bubbled in, creating an oxygen-rich feast for bacteria. These microbes devour organic pollutants, turning them into harmless substances. The process mimics what happens in nature, but much faster and more controlled. After hours in the tanks, the water flows to secondary clarifiers, where the microbes clump together and settle as activated sludge. Most of this sludge is recycled back to keep the process going. The rest is sent for further treatment. Now, over 90% of pollutants are gone. Some plants stop here, disinfecting the water and releasing it. But many go further, polishing the water to even higher standards. Let's see how the final stage protects our rivers and lakes. 11. Tertiary treatment is the finishing touch, removing nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus that can trigger algae blooms and dead zones in waterways. Without this crucial step, our rivers and lakes would be at risk of suffocating under excess plant growth, harming fish and other wildlife. Advanced filters or chemicals target these pollutants, protecting aquatic life. Technicians carefully monitor the process, ensuring that the water meets strict safety standards before it moves on. This attention to detail helps keep our environment healthy and our communities safe. The last step is disinfection, usually with chlorine or ultraviolet light, to kill any lingering pathogens. This step is essential for public health, making sure that the water released is free from harmful bacteria and viruses. The cleaned water, often purer than the river it enters, is released back to nature. This return completes the cycle, supporting ecosystems and replenishing our waterways for future generations. Sludge collected throughout the process is treated further, producing methane for energy and biosolids for fertilizer. These valuable byproducts help reduce waste and support sustainable agriculture, turning what was once discarded into useful resources. Nothing is wasted, it's a cycle of renewal. Every drop and every byproduct is part of a larger system that benefits both people and the planet. But the system needs your help. Our daily choices have a big impact on how well this cycle works. Only flush the 3 Ps: pee, poo, and toilet paper. Everything else belongs in the trash, not the toilet. Never flush wipes, cotton swabs, or pour grease down the drain. These cause clogs and fatbergs. These blockages can damage pipes, cause overflows, and require costly repairs. By being mindful, you protect the system and the people who keep it running. Your small actions make a big difference in keeping our water clean and our infrastructure strong. It's a dirty job, but we all have a part to play. Every effort counts, from the engineers and operators to each person at home. Thanks for joining us on this journey beneath our feet. Together we can keep our water systems healthy and our communities thriving for years to come.